Mantse Homowo Charity Cup, if I should put it, and it's a day after Homowo celebrations took place in the streets of Accra. So if you're a girl, then we are wishing you Ngawala. That's the Sunday after the Homowo on Saturday. I believe Sobi came around on Thursday. On Friday was the Haja Yele Yeli. Homowo continued yesterday, that was on Saturday, and today we are here to grace the occasion with a tough yet compelling football game between glorious Accra Hearts of Oak and then also Kpando Heart of Lions in the capital city. We are currently in Osu, where the Accra Sports Stadium is, and the Homowo celebrations is still actually ongoing. So if you are celebrating Homowo, then happy Homowo to you. Afi to all my girl brothers and sisters. My name is Jose Okokwe, and we are live on Max TV, if I should put it, and I'm glad I've been joined by Francis Aboibo Blackgate, who will be my pundit for the afternoon. Good afternoon, Francis.
Good afternoon, Josiah.
Francis, before we talk about the game, I want us to talk a bit about Homowo. This is the Gbese Mantse Homowo Charity Cup. Do you have any fond memories of Homowo?
Well, you know, growing up in school, in the primary as well, let me make reference to that. We read about Homowo, Kokwe, and all those. Even though I'm an Ewe, I know they mash yam, add red palm oil, and then they throw it on the street just to appease the gods. So that's my little knowledge about the Homowo. But sometimes I've been to some carnivals in Teshi, Nungwa, and it means a lot to the people of Ghana. And I respect their culture because it's extremely beautiful. All
right, so it's still the Homowo celebrations, and a day after Homowo is known as Ngawala, where it's more like Thanksgiving amongst the Ghana. So I believe that the Ghana community, we actually on a Ghana land, so it would be unfair not to wish them Ngawala and also happy or afi, if I should put it. But you know, today is a remarkable day. You know, it's still pre-season. The Ghana Premier League will be kick-starting the next couple of weeks, but it's Accra Hearts of Oak coming up against Kpando Heart of Lions. It's a crunch one. But what do you make of these two teams? You know, your assessment. I believe you've been, you know, keeping track of their signings pre-season. What do you make of both teams, Francis?
Well, if you look at both teams last season, they didn't actually play well in the season. Both of them battled relegation to survive relegation on the last day of the league. For Kpando Heart of Lions, it took them about a 93rd minute equalizer against Brekum Chelsea to be able to be safe in the league. And you look at Hearts of Oak themselves, they went all the way to Bechem, managed to beat them by I think 4-3 or 3-2 to be able to escape relegation. In that game against Kumasi Asante Kotoko, the Parliament Cup, we saw them here, they got beaten by Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And ever since then, there have been some changes in their camp. And if you look at Hearts of Oak, basically, it's got to be team building. For Hearts of Lions themselves, they've basically tweaked their team. From last season, it will interest you to know that they've let go of about 15 players from their camp. They only retain about 15 senior players. And they've augmented their squad by doing some justifying. They have bought some players into the team. They've dug into the transfer market. They are now cutting with Abednego Tete, former goal king of the Ghana Premier League. You're playing this afternoon for them. They have already signed Kojo Obin Jr. from Accra Hearts of Oak, who himself, former winner of the Ghana Premier League. And they have retained Ebenezer Aban and Ruben Hennessy. And if you look at the players they are trying to bring on board, they have Baba Adamu from Golden Kicks. He played half season with them this season. He justified himself, and they are in the process of signing him. They look at Angelo Briggs as well. So if you look at them, basically they've gotten some exciting young players to augment the squad. And this afternoon, both teams will have a clue about what exactly they will expect going into the season proper, because this is a preparatory match for them. Even though there are prizes at stake, the winner takes something out of this game. I think you give them a clue of how they are rebuilding their team going into the season proper. All
right, thank you very much, Francis Blackgate Aboibo. I'm with him here currently at the Accra. And it's the 2024 Gbese Mantse Homowo Charity Cup. Like I told you, it's still Homowo celebrations, and we'll be talking about the game in a jiffy. But let's talk to one of the organizers of this, you know, beautiful spectacle. And good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
Please, your name and your position.
My name is Christian and I'm the head of communications and media.
Okay.
And at the same time, a journalist just like you.
Just like me.
Yeah.
All right. Afi. Oh, thank you. You're familiar with Ghana?
Yeah, I'm a Ghana man.
You're a Ghana?
I'm a pure Ghana man.
Oh, then I believe the Homowo is really going well.
Oh yeah. It's been well.
Okay. Let's start off with you know, organization. How has it been so far?
It has not been easy. It's been very hectic, you know, going up and down. making sure everything fall in place and making sure we don't make any mistake, even though there will be 1 or 2 hitches. But by the grace of God, we've been able to pull through. As you can see, when you came, you saw me still going around, making sure that we have everything on point for the game today.
All right, but talking about the two teams, what went into the selection of these two teams, to grace this occasion?
Well, it has to do with invitation.
Okay.
It's a charity cup, and with charity cup, there is no regulations or rules governing that we need to use this particular team to play. The Gbese Mantse himself, who is Nia Ibonte, decided that, okay, this is what he wants to do, and he honored the invitation by sending it to Kwando Hearts of Lions and Accra Hearts of Folk, and that is why you could see that people were thinking it was supposed to be Olympics or any other team, but he decided to invite Kwando Hearts of Lions, and that is why it's Hearts and Kwando Hearts of Lions.
All right, but you said that it was an invitation that was through to these two teams, and they, handed this invitation. What are we expecting from Hearts of Oak and also Kwando Hearts of Lions?
Well, what we are expecting from Hearts of Folk is that we expect them to play a very beautiful football, and it's an opportunity for them to display their new signings and also convince their fans that, yes, it's a new team heading towards a new direction and preparing ahead of the 2024-2025 Ghana Premier League season. So for us, it's what we are looking for, and also we're looking for something spectacular from Kwando Hearts of Lions, because you can remember they are the giant slayers. I mean, Kwando Hearts of Lions give these teams a hard time. So also for them, and they have 2 former Hearts of Folk players in their setup. So it's something that we are expecting a lot of fireworks from both sides, even though it's a charity cup, but we expect both of them to put up a very spectacular and enticing performance.
All right, but talk to me also about Patronage. How far have you gone? We are currently live on Max TV, the biggest sports station in the country. So with regards to Patronage and eyeballs, what have you done?
Actually, tickets was on sale since the week up to now, and we know people have bought a lot of tickets. We decided to do it very affordable for the people of Gamashi. That is 5 cities at the Gbese Palace, and from the Gbese Palace it's 10 cities at the gate. So we are expecting the whole Greater Accra and beyond people to come to the stadium and watch this beautiful game today.
All right, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
All right, so we just spoke to one of the organizers of the 2024 Gbese Mantse Homowo Charity Cup. That's quite a long name, but yeah, that's the reason why we are here, and it's already beautiful here. Fans of both clubs keep on trooping into the stadium, so it means that before kickoff we'll definitely have maybe 60 to 70% packed house here at the Accra Sports Stadium. And Francis is back here with me. Francis, so let's zoom in into perspective, these two clubs and Hearts of Oak. What are some of the signings they've done so far? And so kindly on your screens is the dressing room arrival, and also the home team. You can see the dressing room of the home team, and I believe Hearts of Oak are currently the home team of this clash. Francis, talk to me about Hearts of Oak and their latest signings.
Well, you look at Hearts of Oak, basically they've signed the goalkeeper with the most clean sheets in last season's league, in Benjamin Asari from Great Olympics, and this afternoon he's starting for them. You look at Yaya Dramani, you look at Opon Afrani, who has been with them last season, Michael Owa, Samuel Amofa, Patrick Asma, Isaac Frimpong, Martin Kakari has been with them last season, Kwabena Boateng, Asamoah Boateng, and Mauli Wayo, who at the time in point played for Kim Faisal. So if you look at the Hearts of Oak starting 11, it's a strong starting 11. You look at the coach, Coach Watara is trying to exhibit these players, unveil them to the supporters here at Accra Sports Stadium. He wants them to see what they are doing at the Pobiman Sports Complex and what they can bring on board. So I think this is a pretty decent squad, and if you look at what they are doing from the rebuilding process, I think this is the best they can put out this afternoon. At the flip side, if you look at Kwando Hearts of Lions, you look at Lawrence Osai, he has been with them, Ruben Hennessy, Ebenezer Aban. Both of them basically played all the games for them last season. Aban is the club captain. You look at Yakubu Mustafa, Enim Bismarck, Ofori Emmanuel, Ishmael Ado, Abednego Tete, like I mentioned. You look at Boateng Christian, Yao Dansu, and Kojobi Jr. So basically, the quartet of strikers that will be playing for Hearts of Lions, the double out of them or 2 of them basically are playing against their former club. That's Abednego Tete and Kojo Obin Jr. Obin Jr. will be fired up for this one for obvious reasons, because we all knew how his relationship with Accra Hearts came to an end. And if you look at what he's doing with Hearts of Lions on the training ground, trust me, this afternoon, he is one of the star players of this game, and I expect him to bring his A game to board and be one of the star men to light up the occasion here at the Accra Sports Stadium. But
if we are talking about Hearts of Oak, do you think they still maintain the core of the team? Looking at the players that went out, Otanga, Linda, all these players, are no more with the club. You think they still have a core of the team present? Even their defender, Kevin Osesibe, is out.
Yeah, if you look at what Hearts of Oak basically are doing this season, they are chopping and changing. And when you want to rebuild, you have to destroy the building and build from the scratch. And that is exactly what Hearts of Oak themselves are doing this season. But as to what they'll be able to show everyone this afternoon, it's up to the players to step up onto the pitch against Hearts of Lions and prove it this afternoon. And for Hearts of Lions, it's going to be tough against Hearts of Oak because they themselves, they are not ready to let